Holy heck, am I excited. Freaking hyped. Holy heck. Oh my, good gracious. Well, awfully nice to see you. Yes, well, by the by, might there be something with which I can assist you? I don't know the series. Is this a Skyrim remake? No, this is an Oblivion remake. So there's 5 Elder Scrolls games. 2 of them were super old. And then Elder Scrolls 3 was Morrowind for Xbox original and PC. Then Oblivion is Elder Scrolls 4, which was for Xbox 360, I believe, and PC. And then Skyrim came after for PS3, I think Xbox 360 or Xbox One, whatever, and PC. So this is number 4 being remastered, which is the entry before Skyrim. Never heard of Oblivion? A lot of people probably haven't. It's 20 years old. Probably 20 plus years old. If you're not really into Bethesda and their games, I wouldn't be surprised if you only know Skyrim. I would imagine that most people only know Skyrim, and that's totally okay. It's not like you missed out in that sense, right? Like, yeah, on one hand, if you're into Skyrim, you might enjoy the older titles, and in that sense, you maybe missed out. But I think as a general gamer is concerned, you know, I'm not surprised to hear most people probably haven't played Oblivion and Morrowind. Let's just be real. Has there been a new Elder Scrolls game since Skyrim? No, there was some sort of mobile game, but I don't know at all what that game was about. Some kind of mobile game. And then Elder Scrolls Online, which is like a MMORPG. All right, cool. Just had to take care of this text real quick. You should read books on tape. I've been told that before. They mentioned Elder Scrolls 6 in the video. They did mention Elder Scrolls 6. They mentioned it, but they didn't show it. But it was mentioned, which is a pretty funny call out. That's actually pretty cool. They announced a new Elder Scrolls, but it won't be for a while. Right. Yeah, they have announced a new Elder Scrolls, but some people don't think we'll see it until 2030. Yo, what's up, Frito? Looks fun, but Animal Crossing is still cooler. True! Dude, that's what I'm talking about, Frito, dude. There's actually an interesting bug fix regarding handing fish over. Do you notice it? No, hold on. Let me see. No, I don't think I notice it. It's the animation? Wait, really? So is it the handing animation? Was it normally not like fluid and now it is? Did it just like appear in his hands? That's so funny. I guess that's something I never noticed. Yeah, wow, he actually takes it. The devs meant it to be one-handed for fish, but the check was broken. That's cool. I love that comment. Yo, big shout outs to Frito in the chat. The true OG, they said, that looks cool, but Animal Crossing is cooler. That made me real happy. That was dope. That was dope. That's a good comment. Like, way to win the internet today. Imagine, dude. I wish, just imagine in 2025 being like, that was cool, but like, nah. This game, this is cooler. They're right. I'm not modding Oblivion after all. The next Animal Crossing better look like that. Dude, I don't know how I would feel about Tangy HD like that. That would scare. Imagine if Tangy looked like a Khajiit. Could you imagine Khajiit Tangy, dude? Shut. Holy heck. Nice carp. Boom, 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 boom. Man, that was intense. That was intense, dude. That was so cool. Holy heck, they did it. They released Oblivion Remake today. Yeah, we'll come back tonight and play it if y'all are down. We'll come back tonight. We'll do a night show. This way I can install it. Like I said, I really don't think I can install it while I'm live. Here, let me just try. I really don't think that's how computers work. I tried this already and it was a bad decision. Here, let me go ahead and purchase the game and see what happens if I try to install it. I really don't think that this is a good decision. Hylian's gonna blue screen the stream. It'll probably just lag the frick out of the stream for like a second and then I'll just turn it off. I tried doing this with The Sims 4 during the marathon, and that's when I learned why a dual PC setup is so important. So all those times I saw streamers install games while live, it was because they have a dual PC setup. That's what I realized anyways. I don't know if that's true, but... Alright, we have one item in our cart. Do you think they'll remake the first 3? They actually talked about that. They kind of made it sound like they would never remake a Morrowind. If you throttle your download speed? Well, yeah, it wasn't the download speed that was lagging. It was my whole computer. It was lagging my CPU. I have fiber internet, so I'm fine, I'm pretty sure. It was my CPU that was struggling when I did it last time. So I'm not sure, Putrid Platypi. It was literally like my CPU was like maxing out and it couldn't handle the stream as well. Yeah, that's the problem. Like right now while I'm streaming, I'm at 50% CPU, casually. That's running OBS, all my Windows browser, I'm at 50%. When I click install, it's probably gonna go up to 100% and it's gonna start lagging the stream. Yeah. So it's not about internet. I don't think the internet was the problem last time. It was the computer itself hit a massive wall. All right, here we go. We're going to the library. Here it is, Oblivion. Install. Let's see what happens. All right, warning. Warning. Wow, dude. Downloading. Okay, so the download process is fine. Nope, here it comes. Here comes the lag. Oh, it's bad. Oh, 100% CPU. Pause. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll come back later. I already had this planned. Yeah, I already had this planned out. I already knew how this was gonna go today. Yeah. If they dropped it today, my plan was to come back for a night stream. So we'll just do a night stream. That's cool. So I already kind of knew what was going to happen today. Yeah. We'll do a night stream. I'm not gonna ruin my show this morning to install a game. Like, that's not a good idea. So. Have you tried limiting the game download speed? So it's not the game download speed that's a problem, it's my CPU. When my CPU goes to install a game, and I'm pretty sure this works for every computer ever in existence, the CPU maxes out at 100%. So you have to remember, I'm already using 50% of my CPU to stream. So even if it doesn't normally use all 100%, because I'm already using 50% for my show, it's just too much tax. It's just too much tax. And you have to also keep in mind that I also only have one hard drive right now. And that's also a part of this conversation as well, Average. And I'm sure if you're a tech head, you understand all this stuff. I'm speaking to the choir, but yeah. It's also because I only have one hard drive. So I'm installing to the hard drive that I'm using to stream off of right now. That's also a big no-no. That's a massive no-no, right? Like, I'm literally trying to install to a hard drive that I'm using to stream off of. So between the hard drive, between the CPU usage, it's just not going to work. The internet's fine. I have a gigabyte. Sorry, I have a 1,000 up and 1,000 down because of fiber. So I don't think the internet's a problem. So exclamation point Deluxe if you'd like to get access to ACGC Deluxe. Exclamation point Deluxe will take you into the Discord where this mod is created, as well as it's the whole Animal Crossing modding Discord in general. And yes, there are text instructions in order to set up the Dolphin emulator and to set up Deluxe mod. However, if you are not hip, so let me rephrase that because I misspoke. In the Animal Crossing modding Discord, there are text-based instructions to patch your game in order to play Deluxe. However, if you are not at all hip to mod or to emulation or emulating games, I made an unlisted YouTube video to help people set up Dolphin emulator and to kind of give you a head start on setting up Deluxe Animal Crossing. So if you need that link, you'll find it in the announcements or in the sub-only section. You can find it there. And if you need the text instructions and you need to actually download the mod itself, you'll find that in the Animal Crossing modding Discord. So, and you can always just ask questions as well. I recently upgraded my GPU to a 4060. Yeah, I'm really looking to upgrade mine soon. The problem is that I should have probably already upgraded mine because now prices are about to get super wonky, I think. Yo, nice. Mamie, are you excited for Alice in Wonderland coming out here on Wednesday? Also, thank you, Raccoon, for the 8-month Prime. Yo, what's up, Raccoon? Thank you, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you again, Sunshine, as well. And Frito, enjoy a sub on the house. Figured we hook you up for such a great comment. I was rocking a 1050 Ti. Oh my lord. Wait. Was your computer frozen and were you from the Stone Age or what happened there? If you want to what happened there? I'm not too sure. If you want to elaborate. I think I have a 1050 in my old computer. Yeah, same here, Mamie. I'm also farming up Dream Dust and stuff. We'll be playing on Wednesday, by the way. And thank you, Jessica, for helping out Ella. Thank you for that. Dude, I'm overwhelmed. I'm like overwhelmed. Like I can't chill right now. After seeing that Oblivion stuff, like I literally can't breathe. Oh! I actually can't breathe. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love that feeling, yeah. Ooh, nice, that's a new fish. Let's go do some donations real quick. Get some donos in real quick. I'm just trying to clear my inventory up. Upgraded my PC during Black Friday. That's the play, right? My PC's in a pretty good position. Outside of the graphics card, just starting to fall a little bit out of date. Otherwise, I'd argue my CPU's not terrible. Just my GPU, I think, is the one that's a little bit on the lackluster side. I think so. Time to go install Oblivion and feed the little man lunch. Yo, Ellie Mac, have a good day. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for lurking if you can lurk. Holy heck, man. They did it. They just straight shadow dropped it on us. They just straight shadow dropped it on us. Easy peasy. Hoo hoo, I say, just look at this magnificent creature. Truly a king among edible aquatic beasts of the world. Tuna, scallops, oysters, lobsters, salmon, halibut, Crabs? Barnacles? Well, maybe not barnacles, but one would have to be in dire straits to consume a few of those jagged beasties. Now then, what say we set this chap up in his new home? Todd eating good tonight? Todd eating good tonight. Still living off of his past accolades. Todd is quite the creature, man. Quite the character. Yo, Lynx man, what's up? 70 months.
Hello, everybody.
Sheesh.
I hope everybody is having a great day each day, love.
Sheesh. I want to get a ROG ally. A ROG ally is probably a decent approach to playing PC games or a Steam Deck as well. Yeah, not having a PC nowadays does suck a little bit. I think the Switch 2 is going to take a little bit of that burden off of some of you more casual, gamers, where like if you don't have a PC that's good enough to play some games, hopefully they're able to port some of them to the Switch 2. So I think that's going to help some of us Nintendo gamers who don't really have a PC to play all these new releases. The real problem is, and this is like a conspiracy, if you have your tinfoil hat, get ready to put it on. The problem is that Nvidia is in bed with all these companies and they're purposefully releasing games that are super unoptimized to get people to buy new upgrades. So we're in a really nasty era of gaming in which they're purposefully putting games out that are way above the line and super maxed out for only the highest, newest $3,000 computers, instead of back in the day when they would release games that were optimized to be played on all sorts of computers. And they're screwing us because they just want us to go out and buy new upgrades and new graphics cards and new computers. So it's all a fucking scam, dude. And I'm going to be real. And I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's true, dude. This is what is happening right now. They are actively forcing us into buying upgrades yearly at this point if you want to keep up with the newest, hottest games. And it's literally trash. It's actually so terrible, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So you just have to get to the realization that actually owning a console in the modern era is the best way to play games. Whether you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S, and hopefully the Switch 2 is now also in this conversation, if you don't have a modern console, you better be prepared to shell out $4,000 on a computer, or you're not playing new games, at least not well. Like that's just the era we are alive in right now, and it's pretty miserable. So, like I said, a guy like me, I have like a $2,000 computer, and I can't even play Star Wars Outlaws. Like, why not? Why is this game maxing my computer out at the lowest settings? It doesn't make any sense. It's because they're not putting the effort in to optimize them because they don't want to. Because why would they do that when they can just get you to buy more games or buy more computers and upgrade your stuff? So it's really a scam nowadays. PC gaming has gotten atrocious. Like it's really funny because nowadays you really, really should just go buy an Xbox or just go buy a PlayStation 5. If you are a casual gamer, just go buy the modern console because you'll be able to play everything for the most part, and at least you're not screwed. Like, that's just my opinion nowadays. PC elitism has become nothing but a cash sink, and it's no longer the best way to play games anymore. I'm just going to call out the PC heads. I wouldn't have said that to you a decade ago. A decade ago, PC elitism was real. It ain't like that no more. If you are a PC elitist, you are a shill for Nvidia and AMD. That's what you really are. Because because that is not the ideal way to game anymore. It really is the console market. You just go buy a console, dude. Like, just, it's bad, man. Again, I'm speaking on the terms of casual gamers. There are plenty of PC heads who know what they're doing. They know how to optimize their rig. They know how to make it perfect. And I respect any, PC heads. I'm mostly joking here. But at the end of the day, if you're a casual gamer, just get a console. Don't mess around. The PC market is atrocious, dude. It's real bad. Not to mention the other equipment as well. Right. Yeah. Like if you want a monitor that has 120 hertz on it, you're shelling out $300 minimum. It's like, sheesh, dude. And that's not even 120 hertz isn't even a lot. It's not even a lot, and it costs so much, dude. Let alone if you want to get 2 matching monitors, you're shelling out $500,000 if you want 2 matching monitors with the 120 hertz nowadays. What? Why? Why am I spending that much money? It's like, it just really doesn't make much sense to me. Listen, I spent $3,250 on a PC for my wife for her birthday, and it isn't even maxed out. It's wild what the part market has become. Yeah, it's real rough. Yeah, man, the same with Monster Hunter Wilds. I can't run it above 25 FPS and on my gaming laptop, and Steam won't even refund the game because I played it for more than 2 hours. That's brutal. For me, I like the option of emulation on PC, but I don't have anything against consoles either. Right. And it's not, and this conversation isn't, you know, we're not saying pick a team. And that's, I said it, like, I think this is a conversation for casual gamers mostly. If I were giving advice to someone, we're talking about casual gamers. If you are a gamer who's never bought a PC before, you're really not in a good position to buy a PC nowadays. Because unless you're willing to shell out $2,500 minimum, you are not going to get a PC that is going to allow you to play the most modern games. Like Monster Hunter Wilds, it's going to struggle. It is going to not really be that good of an experience. It's rough. Yeah. It's like, it's unfortunate. So it's like, if you are a casual gamer, somebody who isn't really a tech head and, you know, isn't really going to take advantage of a $2,500 computer, maybe you don't stream, maybe you don't live on your PC. Like I live on my PC, right? So it makes sense for me. A lot of us, we live on our PC. If you don't live on your PC, if you're not that kind of person, you're honestly better off just picking up a PS5, picking up an Xbox Series X or S, and then buying a Steam Deck that can play most modern games, right? And like just chill. Like it's funny how the market has kind of been reversed, because I wouldn't say it's always been like that. I would say that at one point in history, it actually made more sense to buy a PC than to keep buying consoles, because consoles were upgrading every 5 or 10 years, but you could buy a PC that would last you a decade, and like you would be good. You could play everything. That's the thing. Like in the past, PCs could play everything. So investing in a good computer that would last you a decade, 5, 10 years, and you could just play everything. Whereas like now it's like, it's not as much of a perk. Right? Like it's like you could still play everything on PC, but it's not as worth it as it used to be, is kind of what I'm saying. Yo, take my trash, Nook. Take my trash. Yo, Cuyler, did you by chance investigate the whole the trash bin being counted as a regular spot? There was a Hunter video about how the trash bin outside the trash location, the trash whatever, I'm blanking, was actually like, there was like a bug with it, and it was like counted as like out, yeah, the dump. Right. You know, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there was like a bug where the game would check for trash when you load it up, but it wouldn't count the dump as a sanctuary from trash. So your town would get docked points when you logged into the game because the dump wasn't being properly recognized as a safe place to put trash. This was a known bug in Animal Crossing GameCube originally. And a lot of us didn't know that. So when we played the game as a kid, you know, we would put this garbage in the trash dump thinking that this was a safe place to put our garbage, but it wasn't. The game would act as if you were just throwing it on the ground anywhere, and you would get docked points in your town. So it was like a really interesting bug that like went unnoticed for years and years and years as far as the Animal Crossing community is concerned. Right? Like none of us really understood that that was happening to us the whole time, right? So the bug, yeah, it uses the title screen town when you first load or something. Is that why I could never get a perfect town? That could be one of the reasons why you never got a perfect town. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this was like a weird bug that was discovered, and it made me realize that a lot of the times I struggled as a kid was because of that. Because I would actually throw my trash in the dump instead of selling it to Tom Nook and just getting rid of it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? The title screen in town doesn't even have a dump because it was created before the dump existed. That's so cool. Yo, for those just tuning in, welcome to the show. Doesn't the Oblivion remaster look good, dude? Oh, I'm excited, dude. To be honest, I'm still not happy with consoles. I agree with that, Silver Knight. Consoles don't really have that much of a leg up in the race. I do agree with that, yeah. As far as like giving consoles credit for what they bring to the market, I do agree that consoles... There's definitely some traction there as well, right? Whoop. Bum 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 bum. So what's the point of the dump? Well, the point of the dump was supposed to be where it was a place to put items and you weren't supposed to get penalized. Right, like that's how it was supposed to work. But there was a unfixed development bug that was essentially making it to where it didn't really work that way. Not like fully. Yeah, so that's why I was asking if it was fixed in Deluxe Edition and if I could treat it as if it was, you know, a normal trash dump working the way that it should work. Yeah, exactly. I'm okay with upgrading a PC part here and there as long as it lasts for a few years. Right, and it doesn't sound like you're a casual, you know, PC person, so that makes sense for you, right? You know what I mean? But you have to imagine that when you're a casual computer user, changing out a PC part might as well as be the equivalent to learning Egyptian hieroglyphics. Is that fair to say? Like, you're asking somebody to do something that they really cannot do. Opening up a computer to some people is the equivalent of learning how to read the Rosetta Stone. Just opening the computer, let alone changing a part out. So you have to realize that as a casual gamer, that isn't really an ideal situation. Unless they have somebody in their life to help them with that, or they're willing to teach themselves via YouTube. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's just not an ideal situation. You have to realize, like, this is a good example of the term echo chamber. Whereas like in your world and in your bubble, what I'm saying might not like make sense to you. You might be like, well, how does that make sense? I did it and I didn't know what I was doing. Well, yeah, you clearly, you know, were able to wrap your head around it. But like, you'd be surprised to hear, but most people aren't that in tune with technology. I know. Saying that in 2025, you're probably like, what? Nope. Dude, and you want to know how bad it is? Honestly, the younger generation below us are worse with computers than we are. That's the worst part about it, is that you would think that they would be getting smarter with PCs. But I promise you, like, 15-year-old kids right now are more computer illiterate than millennials at the age of 30. By far. Like, so far behind us that you wouldn't think that they grew up with an iPad and a phone in their hand. You would think that they were like our boomer parents. So yeah. Like, people aren't like tech stuff is scary to a lot of people, dude. Like, yeah, being able to open a computer up and replace a part is super scary to 90% of people. Like, let's not say 90, maybe like 75% of people. Yeah, like, it's really scary. You gotta realize, like, I know these things because I interact with a lot of people. My job has me in front of so many people in my life, and I've done a lot of retail and cooking, and I'm just kind of a worldly individual. Not, you know, I stay humble. But because of that, I could say this stuff like firsthand. Like people, yeah, like PCs are not that easy for people. Understanding like let me give you the best example. How many people here have ever tried to upgrade their RAM in their computer? Just out of curiosity, how many people have tried to upgrade their RAM or have maybe successfully upgraded their RAM? And while you're answering that, maybe whatever, how, if it was the first time you ever did it, how overwhelming was it to realize that there was different types of RAM and voltage and slots and sizes, and you can't just buy one RAM and put it into a computer? You have to know the motherboard. You have to know the slots. You have to know the voltage. You have to know the type. Like, it's not like, it's like, you don't just go buy some RAM off the shelf and put it in your computer. You know what I mean? Like, that could literally be bad, actually. Like, yeah, you have to realize, like, dude, there's a lot to computers that we take for granted as PC heads because we know what we're doing. We understand how to use Google Foo. We're not afraid to look something up and learn from YouTube. That's not like necessarily a common practice. Like, that's not necessary. Ooh, I need to take this phone call really quick. 1 second, chat. Sorry, I was waiting on a phone call all day. Yo, what's up, Messy Odyssey? How you doing? I was waiting for a phone call all day, so I'm glad I got that. Another day homesick. Yo, good morning. What's up, Jay Kaiser? Good morning. Knowing motherboard was a learning experience for me and what all I could do with it. To be honest, I was so confused by the adapter that came with the new graphics card. I had to look up how to use it. I don't know if I could have figured it out on my own. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. You're not really expected to, you know. Yeah, like without using Google and without like having somebody help you, you're not really expected to just pull something out of the box and plug it into your computer. That's definitely not an expectation. Has anybody here Animalese when Hylian had the sound off? How you doing, Muzzled Emperor? Good to see you, man. Oh, is that a fact? It's sometimes called a mountain trout, but it's not a trout. What rot? Well, regardless, I'll see that it gets the proper care here. It's the beauty of having the internet at your fingertips. Yeah. So true. I remember when only Dell monitors would work with Dell towers. Wait, that was a thing? Really? I worked for Geek Squad a long time ago. Also computer science degree. I'll abstain from answering. PC Part Picker makes everything easier. PC Part Picker makes everything easier, dude. Yeah. The problem is they grew up with an iPad and an iPhone and not a PC. Yeah, true. Yeah, very true. Some people are afraid to make mistakes when it comes to stuff like this. My dad is a software engineer, and I've never been afraid to poke around and try stuff, but a lot of people are not willing to try in fear of messing something up. You know how far that translates into life? Like, I meet a lot of gamers that are afraid to play video games because of that same fear. 100%. Like, this is actually something I tell gamers. Like, if somebody comes into my chat and they're a brand new gamer, because we get a lot of those here. We play games like Animal Crossing here on the channel. So we play a lot of entry-level games. And as you could imagine, we get a bunch of people here in our community all the time that are pretty new gamers. And I'm totally rad. Like, that's totally cool, right? We're a pretty welcoming community. We'll answer questions. And you want to know, there's one thing I've realized when it comes to new gamers. They're so afraid to break something. They don't press buttons on the controller. So one of the biggest pieces of advice that I give to a gamer who comes in and they're like, you know, I don't know what to do with this game. It's like, the first thing you should do when you play any game is press all the buttons on the controller and see what all the buttons do. Like, you're not gonna break anything. Like, it's okay. Like, you just press all the buttons and just like wrap your head around the game, like, and figure out what the things do and check the menus. Like, don't be afraid to do that. Just press all the buttons. Like, that's what I do every time I load a game up. And it's just so funny how many people really do kind of have a fear to break things. And they like don't want to press things. They're like not sure. And it's like, dude, it's just a video game. It's like, you're not gonna ruin it, dude. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's coded to be, buttons are meant to be pressed, you know? I love this game. Bob asked me if I like when it rains at night. When he said it's romantic, then he fell asleep right there. Bob's a legend. Bob is the embodiment of what lazy villagers always should have stayed as. And I don't like lazy villagers in New Horizons. I do not like lazy villagers in New Horizons. Oh, I accidentally over-tanned myself pressing buttons. Yeah, let me go back. That was because I broke it. We broke it. We broke it. The game's over. It's funny. Yeah, what's up, L Rob? Good to see you. Whoops, yeah. So yeah, it's funny, man. I like being an entry point for gamers. I really appreciate my position on Twitch. Not only do a lot of people stumble across my channel on Twitch as their first time on Twitch, at least I get a lot of people who say it to me. I'm sure it happens everywhere on Twitch, but people are comfortable enough to jump in the chat and say, hey, this is my first time on Twitch. And also, like I said, we play a lot of like Nintendo content, and like Animal Crossing's our main game. So it's a very entry level game for gamers. And it gives me the opportunity to meet so many brand new gamers. I really relish in the opportunity to teach and to show people and to kind of get them to be more comfortable with gaming as a whole, because there's so many beautiful experiences to be had out there. And as a new gamer specifically who hasn't really developed their gaming identity yet, it's even more of a treat to kind of see somebody learn and develop. Like, one of my favorites is I meet a lot of new Zelda fans who started with Breath of the Wild and who started with Tears of the Kingdom. And I've got a chance to kind of hear about their journeys as they check out the older Zelda games. And I find that to be so intriguing. I love that I get to hear about, oh, I went and tried this Zelda for the first time. I really love Breath of the Wild. And it's like, oh, what did you think about that game? Because it's very different, right? It's pretty cool. You were my first sub on Twitch. To this day, you're the only channel I've stayed sub to consistently. Okay, now you're just trying to make me blush. All right, will you stop, chat? You're just trying to make me blush now. Chill, yo. What's up, Cushy Bear? The shins is the best. That is the best clip, dude. That is probably the hardest I've ever laughed on Twitch live on my channel. I'm not gonna lie to you, that clip, dude, these fish are destroying me today. That clip is the hardest I've probably laughed on my channel ever, dude. Yo, Tay doing Disney, good to have you here today. I'm used to the GameCube controller. I'm gonna blame the controller here. Because for some reason my vibration's not working on the controller, and even though I turned it on, and I'm used to playing with a GameCube controller because there's a little teeny bit of vibration that happens when you catch a fish, and I'm used to using that to fish in this game because there's not normally a sound. Got to get one of those Twitch GameCube adapters. I do actually have one. I do. I just need to hook it up. I need to stop being lazy. Yeah. Yeah, I do have one. I just haven't pulled it out. Like, I just moved. Just to give you some channel lore, I just moved. So, like, everything is kind of still in boxes. And I just haven't busted out that bad boy yet. That is my preferred way to play emulated Animal Crossing, though. I'm right there with you. That is my preferred way to play it. But I haven't busted it out yet. Dearest Frigga. I have things in my closet from when we moved 2 years ago. Yeah, I haven't busted out everything. That's what I'm working on this week, though. This week I plan to. This week, yes, we want those red snappers. That's the good money. This week I plan to finish moving. Basically, I'm gonna get everything unpacked and where it needs to go. While I wait for this carpet. That's what that phone call was about. I'm getting some carpet installed, I think later this week or next week. And I just had to get it. I just had to confirm it with the carpet guy just now. He was calling to confirm that he's placing the order for the new carpet. And once it comes in, he'll get me an installation date and we're good to go. Because I'm like a little bit in limbo with the carpet because I don't really want to purchase furniture until the carpet gets removed. You know, because then I would have to like play Tetris with the furniture. So I'm kind of just like, I don't have a couch or anything right now. I'm kind of just waiting. Freaking boot. Real gamer setups on the floor. Precisely. I honestly still love sitting on the floor and gaming, even if my old behind doesn't like it. Is the carpet your responsibility? Did you buy a place? No, I'm renting and my landlord's removing it. Yeah, my landlord's replacing it, but he's just having me handle it per request. Like, he's a busy guy, so he got it all handled. He had the guy call me. Does that make sense? Like, he was like, okay, he sent me a text this morning and said, I'm gonna go ahead and have the carpet guy call you and set up a time. And so because he knows I work from home, so I told him I'm willing to be here when the carpet gets installed. I was like, dude, you don't have to worry about being here for this. Like, I can handle all of this. You know, just set it up, get me a date, and like just get it in here, you know? So yeah, he was just getting me all set up. Yeah. But I'm renting, to answer your question. Maybe one day I'll be able to buy a place, you know. Does anybody got some more copium I can huff real quick? In this economy? I got plenty. Thanks. I stocked up. For real, my wife and I want to buy, but we're stuck renting. Yeah, it's brutal out there right now, man. All right, we haven't shaken our trees today, but I think we'll skip on shaking our trees today. No. Let's actually shake because we have to make up for the fact that we didn't get bees, and plus bees are worth like 3,000 a pop. So let's actually shake because this could be some good money for us. We have seen the new villager today. Yeah, we got Tasha. So Tasha is a squirrel that was only in New Horizons and New Leaf. Oh, did I just miss a spider? It's gone? No, I thought it would go back in the tree and come back again. You stink. Oh, well. You can roach on a flower. Can I just say, when it comes to gaming, I'm currently living vicariously through you. What have you been gaming on, Jessica? Are you just too busy right now to game, or do you just not have anything to game on? Yeah, we got Tasha. So she was only in... Tasha the squirrel was only in the... Okay, I need to run a little bit further. I'm gonna run a little bit further and then we got this. A little bit further and then we got this. We're still learning from yesterday. We're trying a new technique. We're running. We're doing a rotation and we're spinning. We're trying to avoid the skid. See, we're gonna avoid the skid. So we're gonna make distance and we're gonna do that. Ritz Cracker Eye. Played Happy Home Paradise for the first time in a while last night. Did Tasha's design funny enough? Oh, nice. Yeah, Tasha's cute. It's cool to see her. She was only in the E+ version of the game, so... Yo, here's our super random question. Are the Tamagotchi villagers available for random move-ins in Deluxe? Do. Yes. Oh, the Tamagotchi villagers are in. Cozy will be really happy to hear that. I game on Switch right now. I'm obsessed with Stardew and 100% Tears of the Kingdom. But I'm always so excited to watch you play these new hyped games that I can't. Yeah, I'm right there with you. There's streamers that I go to watch certain games as well. Oh yeah, we have to remember. So there's a technique. So where did that last B come from? It came from like right here, right? So the A4, so the 4 acre is tapped. So we're not going to find a B in the 4 acres. So let's go look in the 5s. Yeah, we're talking about Meow and Bo, correct. So we need to leave 4 and go to 5. Let's go. All right, cool. So this is gonna make bee hunting a lot smoother. And then the only thing I'm missing is I'm not hunting for items at that point. So if I don't find all my items, I still might want to go back and shake. But the furniture stuff, I'm not terribly like. For the first couple days, I care about it, but I don't usually shake for furniture every single day after the first couple days. So, did anybody get the Tamagotchi Angels re-release? I don't know what that is. I'm assuming you're talking about a Tamagotchi line, like a certain line of Tamagotchis. I almost bought a Tamagotchi not too long ago because my partner got one, and I was jealous, and I was like, you need to give me, I need to buy one as well, but I couldn't justify the purchase. It was a little expensive. I was like, yeah, hold on. So I couldn't justify, but I almost did. I think they got one of the re-releases that you're talking about. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that was close. That was close. I think that was it right there, and maybe I missed. Or I swung a little too late. Yep, I swung a little too late. That's right. Let's turn down the game because that sound effect is a bit much. Okay, so we're done with the 5s. Let's go to 3. We were close. Yeah, I was a little too late there. I'm glad you confirmed that because that's what I thought as well. I thought late was the call. Are you gonna play the Tamagotchi Life on Switch too? Yeah, probably. It seems like the chat would like me to catch it up. They're actually a bit ahead of the visual model. Interesting. Yeah, the chat seems like they want me to check it out at least. I'm not gonna commit to a full playthrough, but I will check it out. I'm gonna be checking out Tamagotchi Connection or whatever as well. I'll be checking out Tamagotchi Connection or whatever as well. Whatever that game's called. That one's coming out in like June or something. Swinging a bit earlier than expected might work. Okay. It's like, this is all so new to me that like, I'm sitting here fighting against like years of muscle memory as far as like how I usually go about this. Yes! There it is, dude. The new technique is working out, baby. Nice. That one was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it to drop right there. It actually kind of jump scared me. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of jump scared me a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be there. But I guess that was the adrenaline I needed. I'm just gonna shake this to see if I can get some furniture. All right, let's go to the 2 acres here. And we can say hi to Tosh. She's gonna yell at us about our eye, but what's up? Oh, how unfortunate for you. You knocked down a bee's nest, didn't you? Yes, you did. You're all swollen. Don't you know how to shake trees without knocking down bee's nest? Too bad for you. Of course, I don't know either. Idiot. Game, dude. This game, man. Talk to me. How's your life going? Is your room becoming more fashionably decorated? Just a little. But you are working hard to make it better, correct? That's excellent. I'm feeling rather generous. I believe I'll give you an Apple TV. Let's go. What the heck? Why does that feel louder than normal? I'm going to play that again. Is that louder than normal? No. Okay. It's fine. Dude, we love, she said El Bozo. Yeah. Dude, we love Apple TV around here. We have an emote. We have a command. We love our Apple television. Yo, back in the day, back in 2019, when I would play Animal Crossing GameCube in the morning as a brand new streamer, I would do Apple television raps. And I would rap to the Apple television song some mornings. The Apple TV raps. Boom, boom. Tasha with an Apple TV, Rich. Yeah, this is GameCube. That's right, Lavender. It's Lavender. Bum, 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 bum. Today's been a great day in this game. We got a Gracie outfit. We got an Apple TV. Dude, we're killing it, actually. And we caught a bee, which is super nice. I don't know if I'll be able to farm up the cash for the ordnance today, just because I don't know if I feel like fishing for that long, but we'll be able to get the money rock and do the ordnance tomorrow. And then it probably enacts the next day, if I had to assume. And then we can check it out here later this week. I am going to be here tomorrow. I'm taking off Thursday. So I can do my pre-order chat. So I will be here tomorrow, by the way. I'll pop in tomorrow and we'll play some games. And then I'll take off Thursday so I can get my Switch 2 pre-order locked in. I have rain in AC Deluxe. Yo, pig! Plant as many flowers as you can. And if you can go to the island, steal some flowers from the island and bring them home. Where are you going to order from? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go for Best Buy at midnight. I think I'm going for Best Buy. I'm going to download their app and I'm going to do it on my phone. I feel like maybe that might be less laggy. I don't know why that doesn't make much sense in my brain, but I think I'm going to try. Oh, spider. I think I'm going to try Best Buy. I think that's where I'm going. And then if I can't get one, like worst case scenario, like let's say I can't get one. Let's say like it's just so laggy and it's dumb and I just can't get in. Use the web browser. Okay. Thank you, Tweed. I'll say the same thing to my partner as well. Web browser is probably going to be better. Okay. Once I add Game Boy and Dolphin, do I have to configure it or anything? No. So here, I'll show you my settings really quick. It should be straightforward. All you have to do is go to controllers. Well, you need to do two things, I think. First off, you need to go to controllers and you want to put GBA integrated into one of the ports. So I'm using GBA integrated in port 2. But you also might need the GBA bin file. So this right here, GBA.bin, this, you might need this file in order for it to recognize the GBA. Now, I actually got this bin file for Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. So, but the last time I did the island on emulation, which was like years and years ago, you needed the bin back then. So I think you still need it. So you might need to get your hands on the GBA.bin file in order to make the GBA run properly. So just a heads up on that. Look for that. They're not too hard to find, the bin files. They can be a little bit tricky to find on the internet. And then just set up the controller and it should work. It's a little sketch, but it should work. All right, let me switch back. How do we know if the ROM file is correct? So you can verify so there's two different ways to know if the ROM that you got is correct. First off, you need the .iso. So if you're talking about the ROM of this game, there's two different ones out there. There's one that's a .rvs. You cannot use the .rvz or RVZ, I think. All right, so just look at the file, like unextract it, like extract it or unzip it rather, and look at the file, and it .rvz you cannot use. You want a .iso. The .iso should be 1.4 gigabytes or so. You have to use that one in order to patch for Deluxe. Unfortunately, both files are out there on the internet because the .rvz apparently is a compressed version that's like designed for Dolphin emulator. I guess this is a pretty common thing with GameCube games. I didn't know that, but now I do because of Deluxe Edition. So you want to get your hands on the original ISO uncompressed and you should be good. Bum, 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 bum. What was I doing? We have one more chance at bees, but I don't remember where we got those. It could have been in 1 or 2. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was in 1. So I think we're still looking in 2. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah, I think we're still looking in 2 right now. I dumped my own copy of AC and made patches and verified it was 1 for 1. The patcher needs a source file to be the same, otherwise it can't know where to make the changes. Ooh, that's interesting tech behind it. Like, the tech knowledge behind it is cool to me. I always do GameStop so I can keep our one game store open. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Best Buy, I think, at midnight. 2 for 5 today. 2 for 5 today, baby. As soon as you told me about the model being a little ahead, the bees ahead of the model, it really helped my brain figure out when to swing. So thanks for that. That was like the perfect description for my brain because it made me realize that my timing was off. Cool. Cool. Nice, we'll take 2. I guess we'll skip the furniture today. We can keep shaking while we go back to the store. We didn't get a single piece of furniture, unfortunately. Bum, 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 bum. Because the bells are nice as well. So we'll grab those. Do. Bum, 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 bum. What is this? The Apple TV. We have to donate the spider. Let's go donate the spider before we get too far because there's a chance that a villager tries to snatch it out of my pocket. Yeah, let's go drop that real quick. Let's get the spider donated. Zwok? What time is it? So terribly sorry. I'm a bit of a night, ow, yes. Donate an item, dude. Go drop off this Apple TV at our house. Yes, indeed, that's a spider. If I'm not utterly mistaken, how grotesque. Blah. Hanging a toy spider from a string to frighten someone is a jolly good childhood ruse known throughout the world. Now, I may be mistaken, but I believe this shows the general loathing civilized folk have for spiders. They deserve it. 8 legs, bug diet, and those eyes. They just have too many. Ugh, sinister fiends. Ooh, but I digress. I love, he always follows it up with, but I digress. No, we're done. We're done donating. All right, so we'll go web browser. And as I was saying, if I don't get my pre-order somehow, if I cannot make it happen, if it's just too laggy, then my backup plan is to go to GameStop. I think I'm gonna, if I have to go to GameStop, I think I'm gonna show up there around 4 in the morning. Do y'all think I'm doing it right? If I have to go to GameStop before they open, I think I'm gonna show up around 4 in the morning. I think I'll be in the top 50 if I do that, right? All you have to do is be in like the first 50 people, and then you're pretty much guaranteed a pre-order. I think about 4 in the morning will do it. I'll show up at 4 in the morning, I'll bring my Game Boy, and I'll just hang out, sit on the ground, and just wait until I think 9 when the GameStop around me opens. I think it's 9. I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna show up around 4 in the morning. I've never done anything like this before, but chat is pretty convinced. Wow. 4,500 for each bee. Wow. Bees are worth so much. Holy. You got it? Nice. Nice. Congrats. I remember doing midnight releases for games, waiting out in line. If you pre-order from Best Buy, do they send it to your house? Best Buy didn't say anything about shipping it to your house. Yeah, like you can pre-order for pickup or delivery with Best Buy. To answer your question, same with Target. Now they might limit it. They might say you have to pick up or you have to get it delivered. But yeah, to answer your question, generally there's usually a choice of either. But sometimes in this situation, they'll say you have to pick it up because they want people to show up at their store and buy other stuff. Now there is one place, Walmart is apparently confirming that you can get deliveries by 9 a.m. That's what we read online. Walmart apparently has a deal with FedEx or something because they are confirming that you can get it by 9 a.m. on June 5th. That's what people are saying. 9 a.m. on June 5th for Walmart. So if you go through them, you're supposed to be guaranteed a delivery. Is that Walmart Plus only? That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, Best Buy is doing a midnight release for pickup for the physical game, like the release of the console, as well as pre-orders. GameStop and Target are also all doing midnight pickups as well. Yeah, that's the problem, Ash. I'm actually worried about that. I almost don't want to get delivered because Porch Pirates are going to be out strong that day. Be careful, everybody. Be careful. Porch Pirates are going to be out strong that day. They're going to be looking for Switch 2 sitting on your porch. Do not play around with that one, dude. You know, people are going to be snatching stuff off porches, even if they're in unmarked boxes, because the chance of you getting a Switch 2 is going to be so high. So, like, if I get a delivery, I'm going to be sitting on my front porch. Yep. If I get a delivery, I'm going to be sitting on my front porch waiting for it. Hanging out with y'all or something, streaming. Yeah, I'm not playing around with that, dude. You're taking the Friday and the following week off after release. I'm excited. Yeah, me too. We'll be playing on stream for sure, Happy. Guess I got to buy a rocking chair. Yeah. Front porch stream confirmed. So yeah, that's my plans. I'm going to go for the midnight website pre-order. And then if I don't get that, then I'm going to go for GameStop in-person pre-order. And if I somehow don't get that, then I'm going to go for the digital GameStop pre-order. And if I somehow don't get any of that, then I might just cry myself to sleep and hope that Nintendo lets me into their program, which they're supposed to announce who made it like the first week of May or something, I guess, in America. So what day will that be to look out for? Pre-orders start on April 24th is what you're talking about. Yeah. Pre-orders are April 24th for the game. So this week, this Thursday. You think GameStop's going to be that crowded? Well, Castaway, that's the thing. My initial thought was no way, right? Like, we had this talk on stream, actually. So, frick. So, I actually sat down with the chat, and we had a super genuine conversation, and I asked everybody, in 2025, do you really expect people to be lining up? And everybody in the chat almost unanimously was like, yes, dude, you don't get it. This is a new console release. People might be lining up days beforehand. Personally, I don't see it. I thought we were in 2025 digital era. People just bought stuff online. Who leaves their house? But the whole chat was like, don't underestimate how many people will line up. That's why I said, I'm going out there at like 4 in the morning. Like if I have to go to GameStop in person, I'm going to be out there at like 3 in the morning, just sitting there playing games. I'm going to bring my Game Boy. Like, because I'm really, really not sure, man. Chat, you think I should sell my extra Switch? So isn't there some kind of program at GameStop where they're offering people a bunch off if you sell a Switch? I have 2 Switches. I have an Animal Crossing GameCube and then our Animal Crossing Switch, and I also have an original Switch, but I was thinking about keeping the original to mod it. Do you think I should keep my original Switch to try to maybe hard mod it if it's a first generation? I think it is. Or do you think I should try to get 150 off the Switch 2? I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna sell my Switch on eBay to make sure I have it for transferring data. Honestly, there are hardware mods you can do on the AC Switch. You can get way more just selling it online. Keep it. I should keep it. I'll save it. Okay, I'll keep it. I think so. I think I should keep it as well. And this is me assuming I'm gonna have to go to GameStop anyways. Like I said, my first plan is Best Buy, and I'm hoping I make it. I'm gonna have, listen, I have 3 monitors, chat. I'm gonna have all 3 companies up on my monitors. I'm gonna have Walmart on my top monitor, Best Buy on my main monitor, and Target on my other monitor. And I'm gonna be sitting here spamming the carts. I might end up with 3 pre-orders. But I'm going for it, dude. I'm going every website. I'm going for all of it. Yeah, Target's doing it as well. Yeah. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and the pre-orders that are going live tomorrow. What's up, Neeks? You should even go to Temu. Yo, what's up, Cozy? By the way, Cozy, it was recommended that you maybe use the website and not the app. It turns out that Best Buy is allowing you to use the app or the website, and it was recommended that the website might be less laggy than the app. So maybe try both. You could have your phone up and the website, but either way, I just wanted to let you know because I think you said you were planning on using the app. I would probably have my laptop up and do a website page as well. Please bless me, Best Buy. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, we have not knuckled. Yeah, we can knuckle right now. Sure, let's knuckle. I have an appointment at 9 a.m. on Thursday, so I'm really hoping I can get something at midnight, or I'm gonna have to head to GameStop right after the appointment. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, man. I think I think I agree with the chat that it could be a little bit crazy to get a pre-order. Nintendo made it sound like they had planned for this, and that they have a lot of stock apparently to make up for the scalpers and stuff, but that's still not going to affect the initial release. No matter what, this first release is going to be messy. No matter what. But I think the difference between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 is that there's going to be Switch 2s restocked faster than Switch 1s were. That, I think, is the difference. For all the people who don't get the first batch, you're not going to be struggling for months to find a Switch 2. They're probably going to be able to restock relatively quick. That's what it sounds like the difference between Switch 1 release and Switch 2 is going to be. Is more back stock in general. Yo, Mirage, dude, Oblivion. We already purchased it and we're installing it, and we're going to come back tonight and we're going to play it. So night stream tonight. We're coming back to play Oblivion. All right, let's go sell. That's what I heard of Cuyler as well, yeah. I wonder if Best Buy will limit 1 per customer. I'd like 2 for the wife. That's the thing, right? I wonder if any of those limitations, like, they better, like, at a certain point, there has to be some limitations put. You would think. So I wonder if it's going to be 1 or 2. I think most places are probably going to limit it to 1 or 2 per customer. Because I'm trying to work out a deal with my partner. Like, my partner and I are trying to pick up, like, whoever gets the pre-order can pick up, you know, 2, and then we could just share, like, and then just pay the other person back or whatever. But at this point, I think we've both just come to the conclusion that we just need to be looking out for ourselves. At least for the pre-orders. And if we somehow get past the pre-orders and we still don't have one, then from there we would just look out at stores. Yeah, screw the scalpers. I'm right there with you on that comment. All right, let's go. We can actually afford it. We did it. We actually did it. The bared knife jaw, or barred knife jaw, and the red snappers were enough. All right, let's get an ordinance enacted. So we could go early bird, and then the shop opens earlier, which we'll need once the shop changes here soon. It's probably going to upgrade soon. I'm almost tempted to try Bell Boom early game, though. Early game Bell Boom might be sick, because then we're making more money off of everything. And we don't really buy a ton of stuff early game. Actually, that's not true, because we need to purchase stuff to upgrade Tom Nook's shop. So let's hold off on Bell Boom. Beautiful Town would be cool just because I always destroy flowers. But let's go ahead and go with Early Bird. I think this is my best choice for my save file right now. Let's go with Early Bird. I'll relay the request. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm pretty sure it starts tomorrow now. Sick. I have every website open for the pre-order. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, even my local mom and pop shops. Oh, it's immediate. It's just in. Okay, it's just locked in. Nice. So it's hard for us to tell because it's already noon, but yeah, we're in. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's go put our Apple television in our house and let's do our Nookle. Good call out on the Nookle here, actually. Okay. Let's go. Send us Nickel. Yesterday was Spork. Let's start with Tangy. Cute, simple, female. That's all we got. So we know it's a female villager. And it's either cute or simple. We're going to wait on that. All right. Let's go for... Oh, not a Peppy. Correct. Not a Peppy. Not a cat. Not a Peppy. Not a music hobby. Is Melba not a Peppy? Let's try Melba. Ooh, so we've locked in normal. That clears a lot of it up. It could be green, white. It can't be green, so white. So we can confirm white as one of the colors they love. And it's not going to be cute, so we can confirm simple as one of their favorite styles. So we actually just narrowed it down pretty heavily. So Bettina, Fauna. So here, let's Bettina, Fauna, June, Lily, Meringue, Norma, Sally, Sandy, Zoe. I think June's actually a fair call out. Cute. Aries, Gemini. I don't really know birthdays in this game that well. Let's go June. So we locked in nature. It looks like white is for sure a thing, and so is simple. It's not a cub, it's not a Gemini. We're really close. These are the only 4 that are available. Fauna, Meringue, Norma, and Sandy. I don't know. I have no clue which one of these it could be. I have no clue. They like white and they like simple. I'm gonna say Norma or Fauna. This is our daily Knuckle. It's not Fauna. Dang it, we didn't break our record. Dang it. It's not Fauna. Dang it. Oh, Fauna's an Aries. See, this is where we could have, what we could do is choose everything that's not Gemini or Aries. And that would have helped as well. If we choose everything that's not Gemini or Aries, that might have helped. It doesn't help here. Norma. They didn't get star signs, and they did get star signs in E+. Really? I didn't know that about ACGC villagers. That's actually so silly. I guess I never realized that. Yeah, we dropped the ball here. We dropped the ball here big time. Well, let's just see if we can make the right guess here. So Aqua. Virgo's off the list as well. It brought Bay back, or B back, because of the Aqua, I guess. Is that how I'm interpreting that? Yeah, okay, interesting. It can't be a cow. It can't be a deer, it can't be a cub, it can't be a koala, it can't be a cat. I think it's gonna be Sandy or Meringue. You son of a B word. She's a Pisces. Oh my gosh, dude. Seven guesses. Oh my gosh, dude. Terrible. We did so well yesterday. What's up? What's up, Kels? We did so well yesterday. What's up, Island Melt vibes? Dude, oh my gosh. Let's go to Nookonomics. All right, you guys ready for some Prices Right here? Hold on. Let's put the Prices Right music on. Hold on a second. All right, let's go. Today, we need to guess the price of a garden faucet. All right, Chad, we're going to start at 1,000 bells. Okay, it's a way higher than 1,000 bells. What guesses do you got, Chad? What guesses do you have for the garden faucet? What could it be? What's the cost of this item? If you know, please don't guess. Let us have fun. If you know the answer, just watch and enjoy. 2,400, Bob. 1,700, Hylian. 1,300, Hylian. 1,800, Zane. All right, 1,800, survey says. Okay, it's higher than 18. It's one arrow higher than 1,800. Do we go for 2,000? 2,400, what do we go with? 1,850, what? No. 2,100, 2,100. It's lower than 21. It's between 18 and 21. 1,801. 1999. Oh, it's lower than 1999. Oh no. 1,900, 1,895, 1901, Bob. The price was 1,900 exactly. So 1,801 would have not gotten it. Because I think it has to be within 50 of the bet. Is that, I don't know if that's true. I think it has to be within 50. I think it could be 100, but I think it has to be within 50. Yeah, by 50. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There you guys go. There you guys go. There you guys go. There's your daily nickel. Now, if you don't know how this works, it's just like a Wordle. So there's only one of them for all of us. So you can either join us every day and do it on stream, or you can do it yourself and enjoy the chaos of the daily nickel. All right, chat, we're calling it there today. I was planning on doing a short broadcast, and now I want to do a short broadcast even more because I'm coming back later for Oblivion, but I do still have stuff I have to do. So I'm coming back later for Oblivion Remaster. Let's go ahead and bring the chat in here. We're going to come back and play some Oblivion, even if it lags my computer. Hopefully it doesn't. If something changes, I'll tell y'all in the Discord, all right? If for some reason I cannot come back tonight, I'll make a post in Discord, but expect me here around 5 p.m. Eastern. So that would be 4 hours from now. 4 hours from now, I should be here checking out the new Oblivion Remaster. We'll see what happens. Thanks for coming and hanging out for Animal Crossing. I apologize that we did no Stardew today. That the plan was to do some Stardew today, but it just didn't happen. So we'll bring some Stardew back tomorrow. All right. So I'll see y'all here in a couple hours. And thank you so much for hanging out here today. Thanks for vibing with us. We're just gonna fade out. We're not raiding today, so hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day here. Just gonna fade on out. I do want to quickly take a moment to say thank you to all of my supporters, bits, subs, YouTube members, Discord members. It all goes a long way for allowing me to do what I do day in and day out. So thank you. However, I also want to acknowledge that there are other forms of support, and a lot of them don't involve you opening up your wallet. Chatting, lurking, hitting the follow button, checking out my socials. These are all ways to support my content. Just being here and enjoying my show, you're doing enough. Thank you. That's what content creation started off as, and that's really hopefully the essence that it always keeps. Just come enjoy the show, dude. That's all that matters to me. So thank you. Big shout out to the Lurker gang on YouTube. YouTube's been lurking strong today, and I really appreciate y'all as well. We're gonna call it there. I'm pretty excited to be here today and about the Oblivion, and Animal Crossing Deluxe has been delightful. Such a fun way to engage with my favorite game, one of my favorite games of all time. Couldn't be more proud. Big shout outs to the developer, Cuyler. Big shout out to the Animal Crossing modding community in general. Big shout outs to the Animal Crossing community in general. We couldn't do this without you. Your passion for the game shows, and I'm right there because I'm one of them. I'm right there with you. So thank you so much, fam. On that note, this is Highly in Descent signing off from another wonderful Hyro Gaming Group production. If I don't see y'all here tonight for Oblivion Remaster, or we'll be back tomorrow for a casual stream, I'll see you when I see you, fam, all right? Don't forget to game on. And of course, as always, peace. Wrap it up and on to the next episode. Peace. Mills Artnook, Keisha, Miss Bethany, Nisi Star, Yum Springer, Lazy Stoneheart, Tima, Trips 14, Quay. Much love to y'all. Happy Kylie. I know some of y'all are just getting here. This is one of those shorter days. We'll get plenty of longer ones later throughout the week. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dragon Martinez, Ali Mac, Gil Wen, Nandez, Ham Labs, Legend, Myth, Raina B, Rosie G, Delore, Zane again, Cushy Bear, anybody else I missed out there, y'all. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Honored to be a part of your daily routines, and I'm certainly honored to have you as a part of mine. Another one for the books. But until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off. Peace. Have a great day and hit them cat jams, baby. Peace. Peace. See y'all next time.